Tell me about this. Now you say people buy tanks. If I wanted to buy this tank, what brand is it? Oh man. And so how did you come to own it?
Well, my high school roommate, his name was Ken Pabst, and his cousin was Augie, and Augie had it in Milwaukee.
Augie Pabst had this car?
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm Tom Cotter. The first car I found, I was 12 years old. I'm 61 years old now and I'm still finding cars. That's a rare car. I don't know when the last time I saw one of these. And in this series, you'll see that there are still plenty of cars left. So we've just been advised by some friends of ours that we've made here in Denver to visit Sviegel's Auto Parts. This is really an antique an auto parts salvage yard. It's been here since probably the 50s or maybe the 40s. And I'm told they still have a lot of old merchandise left. NOS merchandise, which is new old stock parts inside the building, and then old parts outside, cars and parts. So they've given us permission to walk through here. So we're gonna take a look what they have. This is amazing. Falcon, Falcon, Falcon. So this must be the Falcon lineup. So this is one of those semi-organized yards. Yeah, look at 52, 53, 54 Fords. 1, 2, 3. So this, having grown up watching the Little Rascals on TV, this is the kind of truck you'd see driving around in the 30s. Oh, look at this little tank. Holy mackerel. Land Rovers? Yeah, no kidding. Oh, cool, more license plates. And a Crosley pickup truck. Isn't that cool? So this is a Crosley. I don't know much about Crosleys except they had a little tiny 4-cylinder motor that they're reliable and they can be built into race car engines for H-modified cars in the SCCA early days and also midget racers. This is what a barn find guy gets turned on most by, is getting into buildings where vehicles are kept out of the weather and see things that probably haven't been seen for decades. Okay, we're here with Patrick Robb and we're at Cold War Remarketing. How long have you been in business?
22 years.
So you were like 15 when you started or something?
Don't you wish.
All right, here's a vehicle. Tell me about this. Now you say people buy tanks. If I wanted to buy this tank, what brand is it?
It's called a Daimler. It's a contract company for the British military. They also build vehicles, but it's a contract company. They build things to spec for the military, and what you're looking at is a Rolls-Royce powered 2-man armored scout car from the mid-60s.
And what would somebody do with this car? If they
Drive it. What would you do with a Jeep?
So you can drive this on the road?
Yes, sir.
Is it 4-wheel drive?
Yes, sir.
How many cylinders?
6.
6-cylinder. Diesel?
Gasoline.
Gasoline. How fast could this go?
65.
So you could drive down the interstate?
Yeah, you could do it backwards too, because it's 5 speeds forward, 5 speeds reverse.
Holy mackerel.
Fully armored.
Can I look inside?
Sure.
Oh, look at that. All right, so if I wanted to buy this, what would it set me back?
If you wanted to buy one like this, in about this condition, 25 to 30.
And that's
running, driving, not so much pretty.
Uh-huh. Wow. Now, what is this?
This is bigger brother.
Made in England, Daimler.
Yep.
Wow.
Think 2-seater drop top Rolls Royce, Chevy Suburban Rolls Royce.
Oh, wow.
Armored, both of them.
Wow. So 6-wheel drive?
Yes. 4-wheel steering.
4 shock absorbers?
Yes. Straight 8 Rolls Royce.
Gas.
Gasoline.
What would this cost me?
One running in good, about the condition like that, but running, driving, 35, 38.
And how fast will this go?
About 55.
Really? Wow. Now, I've seen these before, Pisgauers. These are made in Austria?
Yeah, I'm the guy who started importing them to the U.S.
You are?
Yes.
Is that the same Pook that made the
Mopeds?
mopeds?
You bet.
Are these diesel?
Gasoline?
Gasoline, it's fiberglass?
No, that's steel.
Is it? Okay. Wow. This is a 1973 Land Rover. Aluminum body. This is the 109-inch wheelbase. It's a 4-door station wagon, I guess you could call it. 4-wheel drive. The shorter ones, the 2 doors, were 88-inch wheelbases. This is known as a Safari, so you can look at the roof and there's vents. So you could drive this, in theory, through a tropical rainforest in the rain, and if you were driving, you'd still get airflow without getting water inside the passenger compartment. This, he wants $8,000 for it, which is right in line with the value of a number 4 vehicle with Hagerty's price guide. It needs some work. The transfer case is blown in the vehicle, but he has a rebuilt transfer case and engine that comes with it, along with new doors, new seats, all boxed up brand new parts inside the vehicle. $8 grand, take it as is. The Hagerty price guide said in concours condition this can go for $40,000 to $45,000. So if you were handy, you could bring this home, put it up on jack stands in your garage, and a year later drive out a concours vehicle. And these are in demand not only in places like Montana, but also Beverly Hills. People want to have Land Rovers. Pretty cool vehicle, and I think it's a fair price. All right, how did a Lotus sports car wind up here?
A friend gave it to me.
Wow.
It's one of the few vehicles of this ilk that is large enough for you or I to fit into when you put the seat all the way back.
So you're not selling this?
Everything's for sale. Everything has a price.
All right, what's the price of this one?
As it sits, $3,500.
Wow.
It's a nice project for somebody. I would hate to see it parted out because it's so complete. Somebody needs to put this together, put paint on it, and drive the damn thing.
Right. Well, this was a real bonus. We didn't even know about you until we saw your little sign and we were over there. So
there you go. Here we are.
How you doing? All right, Tom Cotter.
Don Hunter.
Hi, Don. And Don and who?
Ron.
Don and Ron.
Youngest son.
And Cheryl. How are you? Nice to meet you. This is the car.
This is the car. Now, it don't look like that now.
I understand.
It's
So that's
all taken apart.
a 1912 a Buick Touring Car?
And this was the family that originally purchased it, that lived in eastern Colorado. And then they parked it in a barn because gas prices were so high. And so they parked it in a barn and bought a Ford. Is that right, Don?
Yeah.
What year did they park it in the?
18.
1918. They bought a Model T.
Right.
And this is what it looked like
Whoa.
when Don and his dad purchased it.
Oh, this is great documentation. My goodness.
Okay, this is the way it looked when they
Yep.
backed it into the driveway.
Right here. So this is this garage.
Yes, this is this garage. And
All right, so
it's
there's the fence right
been
there.
here
And there's the building.
Since 1950, in the same place.
You're a great spokesperson. Oh, look at that.
And we do have.
So that's a porcelain plate.
And then
That
here's-
was the first plate issued in Colorado.
so
13.
13.
So they didn't even issue one apparently in 12.
So the first year you just drive the car, no plate required.
I guess that's
They
the way
give
it
you
was.
numbers.
As was explained to me, which is amazing the way the family has kind of captured the history of this car. It was brought into this building, right here into this building in 1950. And in the picture they showed us, you could see the garage doors and the fence and whatever. And it hasn't been out of this garage since 1954. Amazing, amazing that a car like this lived in one town its whole life, Denver, Colorado. When tires were made of canvas and the canvas was soaked in rubber. It looks to be complete. The engine's there, the body. Now these bodies are made of wood, so it seems pretty solid, but if you look at it, these bodies were made of wood and painted, and back in 12, these bodies were probably brush painted. And you can see the original pinstripe is still there where the doors were. There were doors on one side of the car, And on the other side, there were no doors, so the driver had to come in from the other side of the car. Interestingly, it's an American car, it had right-hand drive. There was no standard in 1912. There was no standard yet. When they bought this car, the original family didn't even have to have a license plate. So the first year license plate was 1913. So we're looking at a car here that's 104 years old, which is just amazing. My goodness. So you can see all sorts of, the carriage lights are here. In the original pictures, you can see these carriage lights mounted on the front cowl. Just amazing. There's the other carriage light. I see the distributor. I see all sorts of, there's a spark box. Wow. I guess this is the water pump for it. It looks like a front apron down here. So there's the hood, half the hood, with the vents. That'd be the top over here, and this is the side. And the other hood half is over here. Okay, so here's top bows, and oh yeah, look at more carriage lights. These would have gone on the side of the cowl. Now, believe it or not, this would have been kind of a standard item for a car like this, oil can. I mean, because as a driver, you had to keep this thing lubricated. Another carriage light. I see the windshield. Wow. Just amazing. So did you put these up here as a young guy? These...
Yeah, Dad and I.
Wow. Jeez. It's an amazing piece. Very nice. Well, we're in Arvada, Colorado. We were recommended to come here and visit Paul Deershaw, who owns a company called Car Craftsman. So here I'm looking at beautiful MGs, Triumphs, Bug-Eye, but we're not here to see beautiful cars. We're here to see rusty cars or project cars. Do you have something you can show us?
Yeah, we can go out back and I can show you the other side.
The other side?
The other side of
the dark side, okay. Oh, I love it. So, I mean, I'm a Morris Minor guy. I got to look right at a couple of Morris Minor Woodies.
Yeah.
A Datsun 510. I'm also a 510 guy.
Me too. That I'm a huge fan.
And a Datsun Roadster. So yeah. These are your cars. Are they parts cars? Are they project for sale cars?
Yeah, some of each.
Gee. What an amazing use of space. Look at this. So the TR6 hardtop, this is amazing. Oh, more magnets, look at that. I love this little door handle. Very nice feature. I just like the design of it. It works well. It looks, I think, amazing. Well, for a British car enthusiast, this place is as close to heaven as you can find. I'm looking at rows, racks of doors and fenders and hoods for MGAs and MGBs. This is pretty amazing. And as he said, he's selling these parts and cars to people around the country and around the world. We've gotten a lead on a very rare sports car in this garage. So I'm going to knock on the door here of Dan Berry, and hopefully Dan will let us see his car. Oh man, wow.
There you go.
Fiat Abarth. Now, I wasn't a Fiat, but there's an Abarth.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a Gato body.
Wow, wow, wow. So tell me about this car. What year is it?
It's registered as 60, but I think it's really a 59. I just buy the taillights and some stuff I read.
Now, how long have you had this?
Since 65.
So it was 5 years old?
Yeah, it's my first car.
Really?
Really.
And so how did you come to own it?
Well, my high school roommate, his name was Ken Pabst, and his cousin was Augie, and Augie had it in Milwaukee.
Augie Pabst had this car?
Yeah, and we were down at the old Continental Divide racetrack, and I said I wanted to buy a car, and he said, well, I have this Abarth. He'd sell it to me, so I said okay. You know, so.
All right, so the big question: how much you pay for it?
$700.
Gee, wow.
Well, that was $65.
$65, yeah. So, the last you drove this in 1968?
Yeah, that's right.
So this is a 750cc aluminum bodied double bubble designed by Zagato. Now you can see if you can see the roof line here, this is bumped, goes down, it comes up again, so it's a double bubble. It's a very rare car. How many of these do you figure they made?
Well, the smallest number I ever saw was 600. The largest one was 1,600.
1,600.
And I don't think anybody really knows for sure.
So this car was originally, okay, it's red, but it was originally this kind of a French racing blue.
Yeah.
So these were made in Italy for a couple of years. They were hill climb cars, they were race cars. There was a team called Team Roosevelt that used to race cars like these, and they used to get celebrity drivers, guys like Roger Penske, Walt Hanskin, Augie Pabst, to drive these cars in spec series races.
Wasn't that Franklin Roosevelt's son?
Son, yeah, right, Franklin Roosevelt's son. Yep, and I think they were based in Washington, D.C. So, can you mind if I open the door?
Push the button and the handle comes out.
Same as a Cunningham, isn't that something? Look at those seats. Unbelievable. So I got the dash, all complete, gauges, toggle switches. All right, well, let's take a look at the motor. These are rear engined, and this is a 750cc. Some of these cars had 904s, and some had 1000s and 1100s. So you can see, very simple, little tiny motor, like the headers. Now, Abarth, who built this car, they also built exhaust systems, so that's an Abarth exhaust system. And it would have gone down, around, and come back out the back with a muffler attached to it. Idler pulley for the fan. These are water-cooled motors. There's the fan and the radiator. Single downdraft carburetor. Maybe a Weber, who knows? It's a Weber carb, yeah. Now this is a spare motor back here?
Yeah. Parts to it.
Uh-huh. You can see how small this motor is. Look at the cylinder head. Oop. It's an aluminum cylinder head. It probably weighs 10 pounds. Little tiny valves. But the car was so light and nimble that these cars did surprisingly well on the racetrack against much more powerful cars. So here I'm looking at the Abarth register decal on there, as well as, I guess that's your student parking pass?
Yeah.
Gee. Oh boy. I'm looking at Abarth jewelry here. Wow, look at this. That's the Zagato badge that would have fit right here. And here's the Abarth badge. That badge would probably fit on the
door.
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
okay.
Champion in one door.
Oh, look at this. And this is Gran Turismo 750. So this car, not this particular car, but the double bubble 750, won the 750 class in Italy in 56, 57, and 58. If you lost these, you'd be in big trouble.
Oh, don't even say that.
Wow.
All this rubber here is original. It's all in Italian.
Wow.
And the toolkit is underneath the spare tire.
Original toolkit, no kidding.
I think so.
Wow. Well, I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much for sharing your treasure with us.
Yeah,
That's great.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. Whatever it takes to find cars, that's the right way to do it. Whether you just use your eyes or you talk to other people and network. You can find cars that are not visible from the street. You can go inside buildings and find rare cars that are just sitting there with a roof over them in much better condition. Happy hunting. Well, it's an incredible discovery. My God, do you get people bothering you occasionally about?
Sometimes.
Now, do you still have like the bill of sale and all that kind of stuff?
I think so.
Are these photos of this car?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I had numbers on it at one time. This is the aerodynamic headlight that would fit right in here.